chalk up another #1 hit for Wynonna. Last night, she celebrated her smash to Be Loved by You. Reporter Gail Grasso takes us to the party.
This is Hurricane Wynonna, the Countess of Hip, the Mistress of Jam, with the glitz, glamour, clamor, with spunk to spare.
What do you expect from a mother? The #1 party last night for To Be Loved by You toasted Wynonna and writers Gary Burr and Mike Reed. Naomi was happy to host the event at her Nashville restaurant Trilogy.
Would you tell these people not to steal my silverware?
After taking time off from motherhood, Wynonna says she feels validated as a singer once again. She still has the knack for picking hits.
All you can do is be honest about being vulnerable to love. There's nothing that I won't do to be loved by you. When I'm singing that song, I feel like I'm living that, and I have lived it, and I know that somewhere out there someone else is hopefully relating to it as well. That's what makes it come alive.
I love that song.
That is a great song.
But before the song ever had a life on the radio, it started as an idea by writers Gary Burr and Mike Reed.
The hardest part about writing with Mike Reed is when he opens his mouth and starts singing, it sounds so wonderful that even when he's singing da-da-da-da-da, you want to just go, that's great. We'll call the song da-da-da, and we'll start the first verse with da-da-da-da, because it's, man, that sounds great. That's it. We're done.
Generally, songwriting is like life. It's long periods of struggle with intermittent moments of satisfaction. This is a lovely moment I'm just going to enjoy.
Y says that motherhood has made her look at moments like these a little differently.
When you're #1 for 5 minutes, and then you go home and you change a diaper, puts it all in perspective. Know what I'm saying?
Amen. Y's second single from Revelations is Heaven Help My Heart, and it's already making its way up the charts.
All this week, TNN is saluting the hit makers of country music. Lisa Young looks at Wynonna's career from the very beginning to the very successful present.
Well, first of all, since I'm only 19, I really cannot, I'm just now beginning to grasp a hold of what it really is like.
It was fame, and 11 years ago, Wynonna had no idea how big it would become.
Mama, he's crazy, crazy over me.
She was the younger half of the most awarded female country act of the 80s. Wynonna shared a string of #1 hits with her mom.
Love is alive and at our breakfast table every day of the week. Give a little love, a little squeeze and a little kiss. Oh, oh, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days.
But 6 years after the Judds' first hit single, a startling announcement launched Wynonna's solo career.
Today is pretty much the most difficult day of my life. I'm sorry.
Naomi would leave the road because of chronic active hepatitis.
Right now we're trying to disentangle without completely severing.
And they did, with Naomi watching Wynonna's solo career took off.
She is his only need.
Her first single went to #1, as did many others.
Only love sails straight from the harbor. No other summer was ever worth it.
When Wynonna found out she was pregnant, she decided to take some time off. Not knowing what the nearly year-and-a-half break would do to her career, she crossed her fingers and released a new album.
I didn't really know what was going to happen or what was going to go on. You don't have a crystal ball and you don't know what's going to happen in life.
A crystal ball would have revealed Revelations as another Wynonna success.
To be loved by you.
Her first single back went to #1, but that's not all. Revelations is now unofficially her third solo album to turn platinum.
I want to be an example to all the dreamers out there that if you can believe in yourself, you know, and conceive the idea, you can achieve it.
Wynonna's latest single is Heaven Help My Heart, and look out.
Son Elijah married his father, Arch Kelly, and announced her second pregnancy. Those events put her career on hold temporarily, but now she's back with a new album and a new tour. Gail Grasso takes us to rehearsals.
This is a woman who's up for a challenge. After a year and a half off the road, Wynonna is ready to hit it. She says she's never been more inspired.
I took a lot for granted, as we all do in life. And now that I haven't had it for a year and a half, I realize how incredibly blessed I am. So I think there's a new attitude, a new heart for the audience, the music, and the whole tour as a whole.
Now, you never toured as a married person before. Will this change things?
Oh, absolutely. I must accept the mature responsibility of being a wife, to submit and to share.
Yeah, I believe
That's
that.
hard. Because I've always had the bus to myself. Now I've got to share it with two men. So it's like, wow. It's a whole new concept for me to be a family on the road. Because I've always been sort of Wynonna Alona.
You need a job so you can make some money. You need a nice warm place to stay.
For her Revelations tour, Y has put together a new band and set. 11 musicians share the stage with her, along with a state-of-the-art light show. It's all part of a new and improved Wynonna.
I'm sassier than ever. My attitude is really good, so why not go for it? I want to be an example to all the dreamers out there that if you can believe in yourself, and conceive the idea, you can achieve it.
The last time that we talked, you were pregnant with Elijah, and I remember it wasn't always easy for you. How about now? How are you feeling?
I'm okay. I take every day as it comes. I don't push myself. I want the fans to know that I'm going to do as much as I can. I'm going to try to, be out there for you. And I'm going to try to be as accessible as I can, but I have to take care of myself.
Her newfound maturity can be heard in the music she's chosen for her third solo album, Revelations.
I'm an example of real life. And in life, things are unpredictable. They're messy. Being number one is not everything, but I continue to keep on keeping on. And during these revelations, folks, you have to continue to keep your faith. No matter what happens to you, and my songs reflect it, it's not what happens to you that's really important. It's what you do with what happens to you.
To be loved by you.
I wish everyone had the opportunity that I do to sort of succeed and then come home, reflect on it, and then go back, because you have a different perspective the second time around.
Wynonna's second child is due in July. Faith Hill is another lady.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to TNN Country News. I'm Deborah Maffett, and we're awfully glad you could join us. Elijah Judd Kelly has a baby sister. Wynonna and husband Arch Kelly are the parents of their second child. Wynonna delivered a 9-pound, 4-ounce baby girl this morning at 4 a.m. Central Time in Nashville. She was named Pauline Grace after her maternal great aunt. Both the country superstar and her healthy new delivery are doing just fine. Sammy Kershaw delivered his 6th album, Politics, Religion, and Her, as a big country hit. A lot has happened to LeAnn Rimes, and more continues to happen. Terry Bumgarner tells us what happened to her during a taping of the Crook Chase show.
When LeAnn Rimes stopped by to talk with Lorianne Crook and Charlie Chase, she got a surprise phone call from country superstar Wynonna. The 13-year-old is touring with Y later this summer.
LeAnn?
Hi.
Hey, LeAnn.
How are you doing?
Well, this is a voice from your future. I'm calling to just tell you just to hold on tight.
Oh, thank you.
And say your prayers. And I guess we're going to party together in August.
We'll have a great time. Congratulations on your new baby.
Thank you. You know, somebody told me that you liked my music, and I thought, somebody said, how does it make you feel? And I said, old.
Talking to Wynonna was just amazing. I had no idea that was going to happen. It was a big surprise to me. So she was great. She really was.
LeAnn also sang the song that started it all, Blue.
That episode of Crook Chase airs this Friday, July 5th. Check your local listings for time and channel in your area. Of celebrities is Seattle, Washington. They hold their Planet Hollywood opening this week. Mom Naomi said Wynonna would have attended the Planet Hollywood opening if she hadn't given birth to a 9-pound, 4-ounce baby girl the day before. Baby Pauline Grace's grandma and aunt gave TNN Country News the update on the new arrival.
We're a little bleary-eyed. We haven't had a heck of a lot of sleep, but...
And how's Wynonna doing?
She feels like she's been hit by a Mack truck. Wynonna says it's like trying to pull a pot roast through your nostril. I love the visual of that.
I was lying down with her, and suddenly I felt her stirring, and she was so sweet and so precious. I couldn't not share her. So I took the bundle of joy in, and everybody just oohed and awed, and I wrapped her up very tightly and set her in a corner so that the scale of how tiny she is compared to a piece of furniture was evident, and took pictures of her for about an hour. She was being so precious.
You may have noticed Naomi and Ashley's buttons. They bore footprints of Pauline Grace.
I hope that they can tell a difference, because I feel like there is a difference.
Wade Hayes tells us.
You pull out the banjo. We dig him now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to TNN Country News. I'm Deborah Maffett, and we're glad you could join us. The Judds are in the news again. Wynonna's fans have been treated to the first photos of her new baby, Grace Pauline Judd Kelly. The July issue of her fan club magazine, Wise World, features pictures of the little one born June 21st of this year. It also includes proud Papa Arch and Grandma Naomi. Now, Wynonna will be staying at home with Grace and Elijah before picking up her Revelations tour this Thursday in Michigan. Now, being a grandma isn't the only thing on Naomi's plate these days. We told you last week that she has announced plans to host a daytime talk show. And during a press conference in Los Angeles, she says it will be different from anything TV viewers have ever seen. Lisa Young has more.
The purpose of this press conference is to announce the launch of a new television talk show, Naomi, hosted by Naomi Judd.
That's right. Songwriter, singer, and author Naomi Judd will soon add talk show host to her resume. Music legend Quincy Jones and his partner David Salzman are executive producers of the hour-long show.
When people talk about Oprah and Naomi, you know, you're talking about apples and oranges, and they both taste very good. She's a very serious tone setter on a burning mission, and I have no doubt that she will skyrocket through that media meter.
The reason I'm doing this show is because I've got a passion to help people. And I've been so disturbed about the way our country's going. And I don't think that you can look at the political leaders for moral leadership.
In true Naomi style, the newest daytime host put her microphone skills to work, taking questions from the press in an up-close and down-home manner.
Did you call me Wynonna? Now, Steve, we know you're from another country, but I'm the mom. I'm the mom and the grandma.
You look incredibly young. You don't.
Notice how I happened to put the microphone under his nose at the appropriate moment.
So what do Naomi's famous daughters think about her new line of work?
So Wynonna and Ashley are thrilled for me. Yes, they will be on the show.
Naomi's guests will include both celebrities and everyday people, with a focus on a variety of topics like health, family, and relationships. The show is going to hit the airwaves in fall of '97. It takes a lot to slow down Wynonna. After becoming a mom for the second time earlier this year, she packed up diapers and the band and hit the road. Lisa Young brings us Wynonna's Revelations concert tour.
When these big boys roll into town and these big boys roll up their sleeves, you know the big party is about to begin.
I'm kicking the big booty.
This is the new and improved Wynonna, and on her new concert tour, she doesn't hold back.
Somehow I still love you, and I'm happy with heaven held my heart.
I'm, I think, louder than ever, and I think I'm probably the most inspired I've been in a long time. I think something about being at home, changing diapers, humble your butt real fast. So being out here now after, what, 11 years, I just want to sing, and that's what I think about.
You got to find somebody to love you, someone to be there for me night after day.
Wynonna can sing this song with conviction. her new perspective has given way to a new direction in life.
In my 32 years, probably the most that's ever happened to me has happened within the last 2 years. And I've learned a lot about relying on your inner strength and not the outside things that constantly come at you. Do this, do that, lose some more weight, make more money, you know, stand up taller, wear this, sing that. And I've learned to just close my eyes and go with my gut, no matter what the cost, in terms of people. I just keep coming back, honey. Can't get rid of me. She's sort of like somebody said the other day, how many times have you come back? I said, however many times it takes.
There's nothing that I want to be loved by you.
The Revelations tour really proved to be one for Wynonna. She's taken total control over selecting, arranging, and executing each song. The result, a gutsy, soulful show.
But I'm gonna live well, but Jesus in the end.
When it really comes down to it, my butt is out on that stage. And before, I've always kind of relied on other people's opinions, and more so than sometimes my own. And this show is about me. If you don't like it, then at least I know I gave it my all. And whereas before people have helped me put together shows, this is me and more me. And it's just about being a woman who isn't afraid to try things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wynonna will tour through the end of the year. On Wednesday, she will appear in Portland, Oregon, and in Reno on Friday. Many times, both are successful. Wynonna and Naomi Judd reached an important milestone in one of their business ventures and invited some of their friends to share in the moment. Lisa Young reports.
They pulled out all the stops last night as the Judds celebrated the first anniversary of Trilogy, their family-owned restaurant.
It's been 1 year that we've gotten into more trouble by getting in the restaurant business, as if the music business wasn't a big gamble. But you know, one thing about the Judds is we try to survive. No matter what's going on, we stick together. And I think that shows.
This is a big party for a lot of reasons. Number one is it's the birth of the Prince of Peace. But also, this is our first-year anniversary of my restaurant. And we've just been named Nashville's best new restaurant. Yay!
They were? Well, then that means I've got good taste.
Throughout the evening, there was no end to the food or the good times, and the band played on.
So good, I can't eat. This is the first time I've been to Trilogy, so it's really beautiful. It's good to finally come in the restaurant.
You know what? It's time to celebrate. I'm tired of being serious. Everybody thinks we have the secret formula for all these things. We just make deals and put our hands on top of each other and say, we're in this together. We go up together, we go down together.
Trilogy was named Nashville's best new restaurant in the Nashville Life magazine. In country fans were recently treated to a peek inside 30 tour buses belonging to country stars. For a few dollars, you could get a glimpse inside life on the road and raise money for a program called Christmas for Kids. Terry Bumgarner has the story.
Want to see Sawyer Brown's mobile living room? Or see where Alan Jackson and his band lay their weary heads while on the road? All it took was $2 and an umbrella, and you could have free reign of any of these buses. The drivers make this night possible, but star power helps draw people.
So you're into country music, huh?
Wynonna's fans braved miserable weather to have a chance to step aboard and meet her. She was there because she knew her presence would help the cause.
I'm real mindful of the people who don't have. I've been there. I remember a time when we were on welfare. I remember a time when my mother had to deny us because there wasn't extra. Now that I do have extra, if I don't do this stuff, my butt's not accountable.
There you go. Keep dry as best you can.
Mila Mason hurried back from a USO tour of Germany to be here. And Daryl Singletary showed up on the same day he returned from a month on the road.
There's people that sometimes are not so fortunate.
And this is kind of a way for me to give to those kids, but at the same time, kind of, say thanks for me being so blessed.
Maria Smith from White House, Tennessee.
Very nice to have you.
I'm Colleen, doll. Hi. And Buzz is our favorite. Thank you, doll.
Garth Brooks wasn't here, but his parents were, showing fans around their tour bus, the one that allows them to follow Garth anywhere, anytime. Have the fans been really interested to see what you guys have on here and what this thing's
Oh,
like?
yeah. They've been great, too. All the people that's been on here have just been fantastic.
I bet Ashley.
The payoff for all this came the next night, when over 300 kids were given money to shop with and chaperones and let loose inside a Kmart. Del Gray of Little Texas was this girl's chaperone.
She gets the lead. I was like, well, where do you want to go next? She's like, okay. And so I'm just following her. But she's a great shopper, too. We're having fun.
For the bus drivers who worked so hard to make this all happen, this was a night to treasure.
It makes your heart feel good to see one of these little kids, get what he wants. We had a little boy a couple of years ago, and that lady was interviewing, had the biggest brown eyes you ever seen, and the lady said, what did you get? He said, anything I wanted. That makes it all worthwhile.
The kids also received a free dinner and a ride over to Kmart in a convoy of over 50 tour buses.